Hello everyone, Namaste and Salam Alaikum. Hi, this is Mariya Khan, your master teacher of biology here at Vedantu. And bacho, welcome to the series of Prodigy here on Vedantu's 9th and 10th English channel. So bacha, as discussed earlier, this Prodigy series is divided into 4 parts. First part, like first session of every chapter will have a brief introduction of it. We will peep into the past, like the frequently asked questions and the important keywords related to that chapter. Okay, everything will be included in this first session. Then from the second session onwards, there will be like a learning series, like learning sessions of that chapter. So like from the very first concept till the last concept, everything A to Z related to that chapter will be completed under these sessions. Okay, then the third part will be a one short session. Like in one single session, I'll be covering the entire chapter. I'll be giving you a zest of it. Okay, and then doubts are inevitable. So to clear your doubts, I will be conducting a doubts plus mentee session. So first your doubts will be clarified, followed by a mentee session so that you will be able to test your knowledge. So bacha, this is going to be super fun, super fun. So bacho, for today's session, what are we going to do? We will be discussing introduction to life processes, nutrition, and there will be a special emphasis on nutrition in plants. But I am super excited. Are you equally excited? If yes, come on, hit on the like button, post yo in the chat box, and bacho, hit on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to our channel. Okay, so come on, bacho, let's get started. So bacha, the very first thing that would come up to your mind is, what are life processes? Okay, so bacha, life processes are those activities, those functions which are performed by a living organism. Without performing them, organisms cannot survive. So processes which help to sustain and maintain life, which are essential processes, are known as life processes. So bacha, can you name me a few life processes? Few life processes, come on, in the comment section. Okay, eating food, nutrition, perfect. Then anything else? Breathing, yes. Respiration, then eliminating waste, perfect. Excretion. So bacha, yes, these are certain crucial life processes. Now bacha, every living organism possesses certain characteristics. Now you will ask me, ma'am, characteristics means what? But your characteristics are these features which help us to differentiate a living organism from a non-living stuff. So what qualities, which characters do you possess? Come on, let me know. Okay, can you all move? Can you all move? Yes, so movement is one. Then anything else? Let me know in the comments. Chalo. Yes, respiration is one thing. Excreting waste, yes. Besides that, reproduction, fab. Yes, all organisms reproduce. So bacha, there are basically 7 characteristics possessed by living organisms. Okay, whether plant or animal, 7 characteristics. So bacha, we have to remember these 7 names. So movement, respiration, sensitivity, growth, reproduction, excretion, and nutrition. So we can remember this with the code Mrs. Grin. Bacha, isn't it easy? Mrs. Grin, movement, respiration, sensitivity, growth, reproduction, excretion, and nutrition. Super easy, right? So bacha, these characteristics are asked in the examination for 2 marks. Okay, so be thorough with it. So first one, the definition of life process is asked for 1 mark. And second, the characteristics possessed by living organisms. This particular question is asked for 2 marks. Okay. Now, bacha, if you ask me about movement, you must be wondering ki, ma'am, you told ki these are the characteristics possessed by everyone. So we know that we move from one place to another. Like in school, you keep on jumping from last bench to first bench. We all move. What about plants? Do plants move? Yes, bacha. Plants also move. Bacha, have you ever seen sunflower changing its orientation from east to west under the influence of sunlight? Yes, they do. Lotus flower blooming in the morning. Isn't it a movement? Yes, it's a movement. The touch me not plant, mimosa plant, when you touch its leaflets shut. Are these examples of movement? Yes, these are some classic examples of movement. So bacha, whether it's a plant or an animal, every organism moves. Okay, the only difference is we locomote from one place to another. But plants remain stationary and yet they show movements. Okay, so movement is one characteristic. Then respiration. Bacha, we all breathe in. Bacha, in the previous session, I asked you one thing. Ki which is the gas used for respiration by plants? Can you recollect and let me know in the comment section? We, human beings, we take in oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide. Is this the same case in plants or does it differ? Okay, some of you are saying CO2, some of you are saying O2. Confused, confused, confused? Public, the answer is again O2. Okay, plants also like us, they are aerobic organisms and they take in oxygen. Yes, there are certain organisms who can survive in the absence of oxygen. Okay, let's not discuss about them here. However, respiration is a crucial life process. It is a characteristic performed by every organism. Okay? Then, sensitivity. Have you heard this word? In most of the advertisements like flashing on the television, Colgate sensitive or Sensodyne. क्या आपके टूथपेस्ट में नमक है? क्या आपके दांतों में दर्द है ना? So बच्चा, is this sensitivity related to those advertisements? Yes, बच्चा. Yes, it is the same sensitivity. Bachcha, we all respond and react to the changes that are happening in our surroundings, which are called as stimuli. Like if someone calls me, like Mariya, I'll be like, who's calling me? है ना? So I'll react. या फिर if I see my baby crying, I'll just run away and I'll rush and I'll see कि क्या हुआ मेरे बच्चे को. I'll react, है ना? Like if a heavy object falls on my feet, I will like scream with pain. So bacha, whether it's sound or smell or taste, we all respond and react to the changes that are taking place in our surroundings. And that's exactly is known as sensitivity. Like in this amazing gif, the doctor is hitting the knee of a patient. Okay, this is elbow, but I can't show you my knee. But yes, he is hitting the knee of the patient and the patient involuntarily kicks the doctor. Kick marti. So, bacha, this is like the patient is reacting to the change. And what is the change? Hitting the knee with the object, right? So, bacha, sensitivity. And then growth. Bacha, we all grow. Okay, whether it's plants or animals, we all grow. Like human beings, human babies, when we were born, we were barely 50 to 52 centimeters in length. Once we grow into adult size, our height varies from 5 to 6 feet. है ना? So, bacha, we all grow. Even plants grow. Like from a tiny little sapling to a huge tree. Plants do grow. Then, reproduction. Bacho, whether it's a tiny little bacteria or human beings or animals or plants, every organism who is present on this planet Earth, they reproduce. है ना? I always say, कि like in human beings who perform sexual reproduction, in the female bodies there's a production of egg, in the male bodies there's a production of sperm. So I say, जब मिलता है egg और sperm, पैदा हो जाते हैं हम. But this is not the case for every organism. Some organisms also reproduce by asexual means. So, bacha, whether it is sexual or asexual mode. But yes, every organism reproduces. Yes or no? Yes. So, bacha, what is remaining? Excretion. Bacha, various chemical reactions take place in our body. Various chemical reactions. Now, this leads to the formation of some useful substances and some harmful substances. Okay, like the food is broken down to produce energy. So, bacha, energy is something that is required by our body. But again, there are some substances which are not required, like maybe CO2. Do we give out CO2? Yes, we do give out CO2. But besides CO2, there are so many other substances which are formed in our body which are really harmful. And we need to eliminate those substances. Okay, so eliminating this metabolic byproducts, we don't need you, byproducts, okay? Eliminating the metabolic byproducts from our body is known as excretion. So we excrete by producing sweat, urine, and also during exhalation by giving out CO2. And then last and the final basic characteristic possessed by every organism is nutrition. बच्चों, we all are belonging to this भुक्कड़ category. मतलब I am always ready to eat. Okay, homemade delicious food, I am always ready. So बच्चा, we all love to munch upon, है ना? So can you comment me which is your favorite food which you can relish at any point of time in the day, 365 days? मतलब always. Like if I ask my child, he always says, Mama, lollipop. So which is your favorite dish? For me, it is soup. I love soup. Any soup, I just love soups. What about you? So, bachcho, we all love some or the other kind of food, है ना? So, bachcha, we all love to eat. So, bachcha, taking the food in to stay alive, we all eat food to remain alive, stay alive, and that process is known as nutrition. But how are we going to define nutrition? Because again, this particular question is asked in examination for 1 mark. Okay. So, bacha, we all eat food. Why do we eat food? Why do we eat food? Come on, let me know in the comments. Why do we eat food? Because we derive dash from the food? Perfect. We derive energy from the food that we eat. So, bacha, if the food is giving us energy, there must be some chemicals present in the food which are giving us energy. Can anyone tell me which are those chemicals? Can anyone tell me which are those chemicals? Yes, some are saying carbohydrates, proteins, fats. Yes, bacho, you all are right. Bacho, these chemicals which provide us energy are known as nutrients. Okay. So, bacha, the chemicals that are present inside the food which give us energy are known as nutrients. So, bacha, taking these nutrients inside our body is what we call it as nutrition. But, bacha, why do we need nutrients? I told you, because we need energy. Why do we need energy? Because we need to perform so many life processes, like we need to walk, we need to talk, we need to think, we need to do hundreds and thousands of activities. So for all this purpose, we need energy. So bacha, it is a simple definition. See, the process of intake of nutrients, who is taking in? Organism. And what are we going to do? We are going to utilize those nutrients. So the process of intake of nutrients, and its utilization, and its utilization by an organism is known as nutrition. Is known as nutrition. Okay? Perfect. Then, bacha, what are nutrients? Okay, just now I defined कि nutrients are the chemicals that are present in the food which give us energy. Okay, so now can you enlist me certain nutrients that are present in the food? Can you enlist me certain nutrients? Yes, carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals. What else? Water and fiber. But yes, these are the 7 nutrients which we derive from the food. Okay, CPF: carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, water and fiber. So bacha, here carbohydrates, proteins and fats, these are the 3 nutrients which actually give us energy. They actually give us energy. Okay, now the rest of the stuffs like vitamins, minerals, water, fibers, they are required for the smooth functioning of our body. Okay, so bacha, some are energy giving nutrients, but some nutrients are essential for the smooth functioning of our body. Okay, so bacha, every organism derives its nutrients, derives its nutrition from different ways. There are different mechanisms by which an organism obtains its food. So bacha, can you know me? Depending upon the way an organism obtains its food, nutrition is classified into how many types? 1, 2, 3. Come on, let me know in the comments. 1, 2, 3. Come on, everyone. Yes, bacho. Autotrophic mode of nutrition, and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, so here bachcho auto means self, okay, and troph means to feed. Okay, so bacha autotrophic, so organisms who are self feeder, who can synthesize their own organic food, are known as autotrophs. Okay, now see here I am using the term organic food. Now, from chemistry's perspective, organic means it contains carbon, है ना? So here in biology, I'll give you a simple correlation. Organism से आने वाला organic. Anything that comes from organism is organic. Okay? Blood, organic. Bone, organic. Meat, organic. Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, organic. Glucose, organic. Anything that comes from the organism is known as organic. Okay, but anything that comes from surrounding is inorganic, like light, air, water, soil. These are all inorganic substances. Okay, so organisms who can synthesize their own organic food. Okay, so can plants synthesize their own organic food? Yes, they do, by producing glucose, by synthesizing glucose. Okay, and they use inorganic substances to manufacture this glucose. What all things do they do? I mean, what all things do they use? Which are the raw materials they take in? Come on, let me know in the comment section. Yes, carbon dioxide. Perfect. And water. Fabulous. Besides this, what is required? Sunlight. And the fourth raw material, chlorophyll. Fab. So, bacha, plants synthesize their own food. Okay, they synthesize their own organic food using inorganic substances from the surroundings. So, they are known as autotrophs. Are only plants autotrophic organisms? No. Besides green plants, okay, don't forget to mention green. Besides green plants, there are certain bacteria like cyanobacteria. Okay, they also synthesize their own food. Okay, sure. Now let us talk about the heterotrophs. So, bacha, hetero means dependent on others, and troph means to feed. So, organisms who cannot synthesize their own organic food, okay, they are known as heterotrophs. So, can any one of you quote me some examples in the comment section? Which organisms are heterotrophs? Come on. Are we human beings heterotrophs? Yes or no? Yes? Yes, of course we human beings are heterotrophs. Besides us, cats, dogs, cattle, all herbivores. Yes, these are all the examples of heterotrophic organisms. Perfect. So, bacha, first of all today we'll talk about plants and how they perform photosynthesis. So, just now we discussed 4 raw materials for photosynthesis. Which are they? First one, carbon dioxide. So, plants take in carbon dioxide from where? They obtain carbon dioxide from the air. Secondly, they take in water from the soil in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Okay, so these are the 4 essential requirements, raw materials for photosynthesis. So, bacha, besides this 4 raw materials, okay, usually in the examination when they ask you anything about photosynthesis, the marks which are for those kind of questions range between 1 to 5. Okay, so for 1 mark they can ask you define photosynthesis. So how will you define photosynthesis? First of all, you have to mention autotrophs first. So organisms who can synthesize their own organic food using inorganic substances from the surroundings are known as autotrophs, right? Example, green plants. Green plants take in carbon dioxide from the air, water from the soil in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, okay, and synthesize their own food in the form of what? In the form of glucose. Now, during this process, oxygen is given out as byproduct. Bye-bye, nahi chahiye. Okay, so bacha, for 1 mark, definition. Now whether it is a 1 mark question or a 2 mark question or 3 or 5, anything, this question related to photosynthesis must be assisted with a well balanced equation of photosynthesis. Okay, so how will you write? See, green plants take in carbon dioxide from the air and they take in water from the soil in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Okay, and manufacture glucose. So what is the formula of glucose? C6H12O6. Okay, and oxygen is formed as byproduct. So CO2 के बदले O2. Bye bye. So बच्चा, is this equation balanced now? No, this equation is not yet balanced. So how do we balance it? So बच्चा, remember 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay, triple 6. That's it, you need to remember. It is so easy to balance. So easy, right? तो बच्चा चलो, ये इक्वेशन तो वी हैव बैलेंस्ड. आर यू एंजॉइंग? मजा आ रहा है? इफ यस, बच्चों हिट ऑन द लाइक बटन, पोस्ट यो इन द चैट बॉक्स, एंड बच्चों do subscribe our channel if you haven't yet subscribed. Hit on the bell icon so that you are notified about our upcoming sessions. Okay बच्चों, I am enjoying, super fun, मजा आ रहा है. Okay, so बच्चा, the next question that is asked in the examination usually for 3 marks, that is steps involved in photosynthesis. So of course you will mention what is photosynthesis, you will write the equation, and then you will describe it. Okay, so let's talk about the phases involved in photosynthesis. So bacha, there are 2 phases. Okay, so the first phase takes place in the presence of sunlight. So it is known as light dependent phase or the photo phase. Photo means not the photo, but photo means light. Okay, the unit of light is photons. So bacha, photo phase. Okay, or it is also known as light reaction. Now the second phase takes place in the absence of sunlight, or that's not the correct way to put in. The second phase is not dependent upon sunlight. It can take place without sunlight during daytime as well as nighttime. So the second phase is known as light independent phase. But it is also referred as dark phase at times. Okay, so referring it as a dark phase is not the recommended ones. But yes, there are 2 phases, light phase and dark phase, or to be very precise, light dependent phase and light independent phase. So bacha, what exactly happens in the light dependent phase? Okay, so there are 3 things happening, 3 steps happening. The very first step, activation of chlorophyll. How chlorophyll is activated? So bacha, chlorophyll absorbs light energy. Okay, so chlorophyll, which is present in the chloroplast, absorbs the radiant energy of the sunlight. This is the very first thing. So when it absorbs the light energy, it gets activated. Okay, point number 1. So what is point number 1? Light energy, absorption of light by chlorophyll. Point number 1. Okay, point number 2. Some part of this energy, some part of this light energy is converted into chemical energy. See, light energy is converted into chemical energy. Now you must be wondering, ma'am, chemical energy in the form of? Bacha, this chemical energy is in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Okay, okay. With the help of certain chemical reactions, light energy is converted into chemical energy. That is nothing but ATP. Ma'am, do we need to remember it? Do we need to mention it anywhere? No, this is just for your knowledge. So chalo, 2 steps. First step, light energy is absorbed by chlorophyll. Second, light energy, a part of this light energy is converted into chemical energy. Okay? Now, let us move on to the third step. Bacha, this light energy, a part of this light energy is also used to split up water molecule. वाटर मॉलिक्यूल का ब्रेकअप करने में मदद किया जाता है. ओके, सो हाउ लाइट एनर्जी is utilized to split up water molecule. Bachcha, it splits the water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, you will say, ma'am, equation is not balanced. So bacha, like, is it balanced now? No, not yet. Is it balanced now? Yes, ma'am, finally it's balanced. Yes. So bacha, light energy is used to split water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen. तो चलो water का तो breakup हो गया into hydrogen and oxygen. So बच्चा, breakup in biology is known as lysis. किसका breakup हुआ है? Water का. So बच्चा, this process is known as hydrolysis. Okay, hydrolysis. Now bacha, this hydrolysis of water was initiated because of whom? Who was the culprit behind splitting up a water molecule? Bacha, it was light energy, photo, right? So hydrolysis is also known as photolysis of water. Simple, very simple. So bachcha, see, 3 steps are taking place. 1, light energy is absorbed by chlorophyll. 2, light energy is converted into chemical energy. 3, light energy is also used to split up water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen. Bacha, this third step is called as what? Third step is called as what? Let me know in the comment section. Bacha, splitting up a water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen is known as what? Come on, tell me. Hydrolysis? Photolysis? Both? Are both the terms correct? Are both the terminologies correct? Yes, bacha, both the terminologies are absolutely correct. Yes. So, bacha, this is the light reaction or light dependent phase. ठीक है ना? चलो. So, we have discussed the 3 steps taking place in the light phase. Now, let us talk about the light independent phase or the dark reaction. Now, bacha, 3 things were there. 3 things. Which all things were there? First of all, there was ATP. Secondly, there was there was hydrogen. Okay. And thirdly, there was oxygen as well. Okay. So now, bacha, what is the fate of these 3 substances? Okay, let us discuss. So bacha, oxygen is a byproduct. Bye bye, we don't need you. So oxygen is given out. Okay. So bacha, this oxygen is released through the leaves of the plant with the help of tiny minute openings present on its surface. What are they called as? What are they called as? These tiny little openings present on the surface of the leaf, they are known as stomata. So yes, bacha, oxygen will be given out because it's a byproduct. Perfect. So bacha, if oxygen is given out, there must be something that can also enter, which is the gas essential for photosynthesis, CO2. Perfect. So bacha, this CO2 will be taken in by the plant. Okay, again through the stomata. ठीक है ना? So bacha, here there is CO2, okay, which will react with hydrogen. Okay. So bacha, instead of mentioning the chemical formula, basically I'll directly mention carbon dioxide and hydrogen because we don't need to balance this. Okay. So this CO2, carbon dioxide and hydrogen will be converted into glucose. Okay. Using energy, of course, that is nothing but ATP. Okay. So bacha, see, it is very simple. Carbon dioxide plus hydrogen using ATP is converted into glucose. Okay. So bacha, here hydrogen is added. We know that in chemistry, when oxygen is added, that kind of chemical reaction is known as what? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Addition of oxygen is known as Fab, oxidation. So bacha, here instead of oxygen, hydrogen is added. So what we will refer it as? What will this particular reaction be called as? Fab, bacho, fab. Bacho, it will be called as reduction. So bacho, what is happening in the dark phase? Bacha, in the dark phase, carbon dioxide is reduced into carbohydrates using energy in the form of ATP. Okay, so bacha, let us recollect all the 4 steps of photosynthesis. Okay, we are not going to mention light phase, we are not going to mention dark phase. Why? Because it's not given in the book. So Om Ignoraya Namaha. So chalo, let us recollect all 4 steps. First step, light energy is absorbed by chlorophyll. 2, light energy is converted into chemical energy. Point number 3, light energy is used to split water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen. 4, carbon dioxide is reduced into carbohydrates in the form of glucose. Simple. So bachcho, congratulations, you are already done through with this particular answer of steps involved in photosynthesis. Okay, so bachcho, 3 mark ka question is in. So bachcho, are you confident now? Are you confident about this particular question? Post me a yo in the chats, hit on the like button if you are enjoying and understanding every bit of it. Every bit of it. Come on. And bachcho, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I request you to kindly hit on the subscribe button, hit on the bell icon so that you get notified. Okay? Chalo. Great. So bacha, this gaseous exchange, whether it is intake of CO2 or it is elimination of oxygen, it all takes place through the tiny little openings present on the surface of the leaf, which are called as stomata. Okay, so bacha, stomata are like windows. Suppose this is a wall and here is the window. So window is nothing but a simple opening. So in the same way, on the surface of a leaf, there will be minute openings which are called as stomata. Okay. Now every window has window panes which regulates its opening, right? So are there any structures which regulate the opening and closing of stomata? Yes. So bacha, every opening, every stomata is guarded by 2 bean-shaped cells, kidney-shaped cells known as the guard cells. Bacha, singular stoma, plural stomata. So bacha, each stoma is guarded by 2 bean-shaped cells known as the guard cells. And bacho, even this guard cells, okay, even these guard cells are loaded with chlorophyll. Okay, even they contain chloroplasts and these chloroplasts contain chlorophyll. Okay. So now you must be wondering ki ma'am, how do they open? How do they close? When do they open? When do they close? So bacha, very simple question I'll ask you. I told you stomata are like the windows. So when do we keep our windows open? Usually we keep the windows open during the daytime and we keep the windows closed during the night time. So bacha, in most of the terrestrial plants, stomata remain open during the daytime and they remain closed during the night time. Okay. Now, in which plants are these stomata closed during the daytime and open during the night time? So this occurs in the desert plants, okay, like cacti. So bacha, in cactus, if they keep their stomata open, water will be lost due to excessive transpiration. The plants will dry and they will die. They can't afford to lose this precious water. And that's the reason why the mechanism is exactly reversed in those plants. Okay. But again, as I said, that's an exception. In rest of the terrestrial plants, the stomata remain open during daytime and closed during night time. However, the next question arises is, ki ma'am, how will it open? How will it close? So, bacha, whenever water enters into the guard cells, when water enters into this guard cells, the guard cells swell, they bulge out and the stomata opens up. Okay. However, when the water molecules move out of the guard cells, okay, this guard cells, they move inward and the stomatal opening closes. Okay. So when they swell, the stomata opens. Okay. When they shrink, the stomata closes. So when I say when they swell and when they shrink, I am referring to whom? I am referring to the guard cells. Okay, मेरे बच्चों, understood? Are you enjoying? चलो, hit on the like button, post me a yo in the chats. Let's motivate each other and proceed with the session. Okay, so yes, bacha, the opening and closing of stomata is regulated. It is facilitated by water. Okay, and bacha, stomata remains open during daytime and closed during night time. So chalo, this to we discussed. Okay, now bacha, the steps of photosynthesis like taking in CO2, taking in water, and then splitting up a water molecule and formation of energy and converting CO2 into glucose, are all these steps taking sequentially, like one after the another? Is it really necessary? Is it really necessary? No, bacha. The steps involved in photosynthesis, they may or may not take place one after the another. Like I tell you, okay, if the sun rises in the morning, like every day it rises, but yes, there's light energy available. Okay, so light energy will be absorbed by chlorophyll. Stomata are open, they will take in CO2. But if the soil is too dry, there's no moisture at all, will it be able to take in water? No. So only when you add water, then it will absorb water. So bacha, the steps involved in photosynthesis, their sequence may change depending upon the availability of raw materials. So bacha, in desert plants, the stomata remains open during which time? Daytime or night time? Come on, tell me in the comment section. We just discussed this few slides ago. Chalo, let me know. Daytime or night time? Of course, night time. So, bacha, if the stomata are open during night time, CO2 will be taken in by them also during night time. Very first step. Okay. So, in desert plants like cacti, CO2 is taken in during night time. Now, what will the plant do? Will it like sleep? Relax? No. Desert plants are very, very workaholic. So they convert the CO2 into an intermediate compound again during night time only. Okay. So bacha, CO2 is converted into an intermediate compound again during the night time. Okay. So it has partially completed its job. Now, when the sun rises in the morning, this intermediate compound, okay, this intermediate compound is converted into glucose during daytime. See the three steps. First, CO2 is taken in during nighttime because stomata are open during nighttime. Point number 2, CO2 is converted into an intermediate compound again during nighttime. Point number 3, this intermediate compound is converted into glucose during daytime. So see, the steps involved in photosynthesis are not sequential in all plants. The steps may be altered. Okay, their sequence may be altered. Steps nahi, their sequence may be altered. Okay, understood? Chamka, samjha? If yes, show me a thumbs up, post me a yo in the chats, hit on the like button, share and subscribe. Come on. Okay, ठीक है. So बच्चों, when you share it with your friends, it becomes more fun. We all can actually study together and have an awesome learning experience. ठीक है? तो चलो, we discussed everything about autotrophs, plants. Let us now discuss about heterotrophs, heterotrophic mode of nutrition in detail. So बच्चा, organisms who cannot synthesize their own organic food are known as heterotrophs. They depend directly or indirectly upon plants to derive their nutrition. Yes. So, bacha, herbivores like cattle, elephants, they depend directly upon plants. Carnivores, they depend indirectly upon plants. Omnivores, they will eat plants and animals, both, right? So, bacha, you know these examples, like you are studying from lower classes about heterotrophs. So, let's not discuss the examples and all. You know pretty well. है ना? So examples में बच्चों write man, cat, dog. Don't write the name of your friends. Okay? ओके, डोंट डू सो, ठीक है। चलो, सो बच्चा टाइप्स ऑफ हेटेरोट्रोफिक न्यूट्रिशन। सो बच्चा हेटेरोट्रोफिक मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन is classified into three types: Holozoic mode of nutrition, Saprophytic mode of nutrition, and parasitic mode of nutrition. Now, Saprophytic mode of nutrition is also known as Saprophytic mode of nutrition. So, bachcho, let us discuss each one of them in detail. Okay, the very first one is Holozoic mode of nutrition. Now, bacha, in this Holozoic mode of nutrition, the organism is able to take the food inside the body. The organism is able to digest the food inside the body and then absorb it. Okay, so the food is digested inside, it is absorbed also inside. Okay, everything is happening inside the body. So bacha, if I give you vada pav, will you eat it? Yes. So will that vada pav be transferred inside your body? Yes. So we are taking the food inside our body. Will our body be able to digest, break down the food? Yes, our body will be able to digest the food. So such a mode of nutrition is known as Holozoic mode of nutrition. So but human beings, higher organisms, they opt for this Holozoic mode of nutrition. Okay? However, this tiny little amoeba, I call it as shapeless, hopeless amoeba. This amoeba is also able to perform Holozoic mode of nutrition. Like suppose here is a food molecule. So amoeba will extend its pseudopodia and grab the food molecule. Grab the food molecule and it will form a food vacuole around it. Okay. Then it will digest the food molecule. Once it is digested, the digested food will be absorbed into the cytoplasm. However, there will be some waste present which it will eliminate it. Okay. So, bacha, it's not necessary that an organism must have a well-developed digestive system. Okay. Now, whether the organism is unicellular or multicellular, if the organism is taking the food inside the body, if the organism is digesting the food inside the body, if the organism is absorbing the food inside the body, then such mode of nutrition is known as Holozoic mode of nutrition. Got it? ठीक है. However, bacha, there are some organisms who are incapable of digesting the food inside their body. So, they digest the food outside their body and then they absorb it, of course, inside the body. Okay? So, such organisms are known as Saprotrophs or Saprophytes. So, bacha, here sapros means dead and decaying organic matter. Okay? And troph means to feed. So, organisms who feed upon dead and decaying organic matter are known as saprotrophs. Okay? Suppose here is a mushroom and it's growing on a wooden log, dead wooden log. Okay? So this mushroom is not having any digestive system inside. Instead, this mushroom will release certain digestive enzymes. Okay? Okay? What it is going to release? It is going to release certain digestive enzymes. Okay? Enzymes. Now, bacha, these digestive enzymes will break down the dead and decaying organic matter. Okay. You know what, bacho? This dead and decaying organic matter, okay, is complex. Okay. So, bacha, this dead and decaying organic matter is complex in nature. And this complex food is converted into simple food. Now, once it is converted into simple food, then this simple food is absorbed inside the body. Okay. So, bacha, see, I'll revise it again. Sapros means dead and decaying. So, bacha, this dead and decaying organic matter is always very much complex or usually very complex. So this complex food is converted into simple substances with the help of digestive enzymes. So this digestion, this breakdown of food is happening outside the body, and then those simple food molecules are absorbed inside the body. Okay, so this kind of nutrition is derived by fungi like mushrooms, bacteria. So fungi and bacteria, these are the classic examples of saprotrophs. ठीक है, तो चलो सेकेंड टाइप भी हमने देख लिया. नाउ द थर्ड टाइप, parasites. Now बच्चा, parasites are the third category of that organism who will not digest the food. Okay, they will feed upon the digested food. Okay, they will feed upon the digested food. They will not engage in digestion. Like they will not bother to digest the food inside their body nor outside the body. They want ready-made food. Okay, so bacha, they will munch upon digested food. So from where will they derive this digested food? From some other organism. So bacha, this other organism from whom they derive this nutrition is referred as the host. Okay, and the organism who gets benefited is called as a parasite. Okay, so here mosquito is a parasite, then ascaris or the roundworm is a parasite. Okay, but you know what, mosquito comes, it sucks our blood, it flies away. So it is present on the outer surface of the body, that too for certain point of time. So bacha, it is present on outside of the body. But ascaris, roundworm or tapeworm, plasmodium, these are all present inside the body. So bacha, depending upon where the parasite is present. Okay, parasites are classified into two types. They are either called as endoparasites, okay, or they are called as ectoparasites. Endo means inside, ecto means outside. So endoparasites are the organisms which are present inside the body. Ectoparasites are present on the outside of the body, or on the outer surface of the body. So leech, ectoparasite. Head lice, ectoparasite. Liver fluke, tapeworm, endoparasites. Now bacha, chalo, there is one amazing characteristic about these parasites. You know what? They will derive nutrition from other organisms without killing them. Okay. For example, there's Abhishek sir, and there's Harshpriyam sir, and there's Ananya sir. Okay. Now these three are studying in the same class. Now Abhishek sir and Harshpriyam sir are besties, and Ananya sir is a new entrant in the class. Now they all three are friends, but they are like having a okay sort of friendship with Ananya sir, like friends only with benefits. What is the benefit of having delicious dabba which Ananya sir's mom is giving him every day? Okay, so dabbe ke liye se friendship hai. Now bacha, they will be with Ananya sir just to have that delicious dabba. They will every day exploit Ananya sir to enjoy the tiffin. Will they both ever break their friendship with Ananya sir? No, हमसे ना हो पाएगा. Why? Because then they have to sacrifice the food. Similarly here, consider कि यहाँ पे Ananya sir is the host. Okay, and Abhishek sir and Harshpriyam sir, they are the parasites. They are getting benefit from Ananya sir's tiffin. So bacha, mosquito is a parasite. It sucks the blood, it derives nutrition. So yes, it is getting benefited. We are the host. We are hosting party for the mosquitoes. A mosquito will not afford to kill us. Why? Because then it will have to sacrifice on the food that it is deriving from us. Okay, so in most of the cases, a host will not end up, a parasite will not end up killing the host. Getting it? Easy? Super easy. Fab. Okay, sure. So bacha, moving forward, So overall, till now in today's session, what did we discuss? We discussed the definition of life process, we discussed the 7 characteristics possessed by every organism, then we discussed nutrition in plants, steps involved in photosynthesis, then we discussed heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So bacha, autotrophic mode of nutrition and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Under heterotrophic also saprophytic, parasitic and holozoic. So बच्चा parasitic में outside of the body ectoparasite, inside of the body endoparasite. And in holozoic, if the organism is feeding upon or the organism is a plant eater, it is known as a herbivore like cattle. If the organism is a flesh eater, it is known as carnivore, and it feeds upon both. Like Ananya sir, he will enjoy sheer khurma also and biryani also when invited at my place for Eid celebration, right? So Ananya sir, omnivore. Like human beings are omnivores, bears are omnivores. So bacho, this is like a small zest of the chapter, like a little summary, not of the chapter but of the entire session. So bacho, did you all enjoy? Did you all enjoy? Bacho, if you all enjoyed it, please hit on the like button, do share it with your friends, post me a yo in the chats, and here is something that I want to provide you for the day. So bacha, here is your task, that's the homework. Okay, so bacha, in the entire session, something that is very important, something that is very new to you is nothing but the steps involved in photosynthesis. So bacha, this is a 3-mark question usually asked in the examinations. So I want you all to begin with the introduction. Who are autotrophs, what's photosynthesis, what are the raw materials, and which are the steps, and a well-balanced equation. Okay, so bacha, post your answers in the comments. So the top 3 students who post it at the earliest, I will be flashing their names in my next session because they will be referred as my official Chintu candies. Yes, bacha, the students who are very much sincere, who are very much close to my heart, I refer them as Chintu candy. So if you want to be my Chintu candy, so then solve the homework, post it in the comment section, and bacho, what else should I say? Do like and share it with your friends. Please subscribe to our channel, hit on the bell icons, keep notified about our upcoming sessions. And for further queries, you can post your doubts in the comment section. Alternatively, you can also write to me on my mail ID, that's mariya.khan@vedantu.com. So bacha, thank you so much. That's it for the day. Allah Hafiz, Milawapis, and keep watching Vedantu. Bye bye. Love you all.